What's up, guys? Today I have another Honda for dyno work. So you must recognize this model. It's a Hornet. Year, not remember exactly, but with this type of headlight. So in general, not important. So this bike came from our country, from Latvia. Greetings to all Latvian friends. So for a custom dyno tune. So the bike in general is in very good condition. I don't know it. Of course, it was detailed, but it looks like, I don't know, new bike. Such not new year, but bike condition is awesome. Everything is bling bling. So what we're gonna do for this particular model? So maybe start from the general. This bike has no advanced technologies. For this year it's cable driven bike. No electronic power delivery, no fancy system, so it's like old school bike. The owner fitted full dominator exhaust. Piping is, don't know what is the diameter, maybe 35 or similar. Tubes look very thin. This bike is with a DB killer, so we will leave like this by the owner's request, because it's a daily commuter, we can call it like that, so he not want big screaming sounds in the city. About filter, sport filter, not remember is it there or no, or it's original, but also not matter. So what we're gonna do, as this is not Euro 5 of course model, so we'll be disabling an O2 sensor. This is a must to do for the perfect tuning on the dyno for Euro 5 models in our country. Here in the mod they are measuring CO gases, so Euro 5 models we need to do some different tricks to pass it and have a good tune. In Latvia I know for sure there is no such measuring, because I got occasionally calls that some people want to register bikes from Latvia and Lithuania, and they were surprised that bikes like 2017 and up, they measure here CO, and the bike has like modifications or previous of map tuning or something different, and they not pass mod here. In Latvia no such thing, so for them it's better. Of course, even on Euro 5 models they can do full unrestrict. So we'll be disabling O2 sensor. Will be turning on diesel cut function. I already in previous videos many times talked about it. So it's like for smoothing on off throttle in low speeds, cruising in city between cars and whatever. So that ECU injectors would be not shutting off when you let off the gas. So when you're driving with low speeds, low throttle, you're releasing the throttle, edging totally shutting off the injectors. In this way bike starts to like not to jerk, but it's not smooth power delivery. So when you twist grip, turn a bit more, bike starts to jump again. So we will smoothing that transition on off. We'll be lowering the fan temps, and in general I think that's it, because this bike not support anything else. Let me see. Maybe it has a top speed limiter. Also need to look at the mapping. So if top speed limiter is there and on, we will be disabling it. Of course, we will be removing the limiters. Maybe bike will reach top speed more, of course, if it's needed for the owner, or high top speed testing. So in general, the main thing is to correct the fueling by its new exhaust, to put into safe area for smooth and nice riding. So this bike for sure is very comfortable in city, high grips, and how like 600cc, the bike is not small in general. So previous I had CBR1000 on a dyno. I was adjusting the length, and without adjusting a length I rode with this bike. This bike is longer, I don't know how much, but it's bigger than CBR1000, year 2012 and up. So pretty much nothing more to say in this situation. I will be preparing. Today is Saturday, I have a other small job, so today only prepare it, and from the Monday I will start working on it. So when the owner brought bike, it had some idling problems, but it's not related with tuning. I think it's related with our throttle bodies or the valve who relates with cold idle starting and that thing. So as I see here, no tire, not new, almost new. On this side, crash bars. Yeah, bike looks very clean. It has some, no, it's a dirt. So okay, I will be preparing, we will be testing, we will be tuning as usual. So the main task is to make the bike ride much smoother with the best safety for the engine. Okay, enough talking, let's go to work. Okay guys, so job is nearly done. Need do only one last correction on the lower throttle power delivery section, but all other is adjusted perfect. So we gained some results in different areas. So want to start from the full power as usual. So and why numbers is like this. So bike is with dB killer, but sound is very big still with dB killer, so we left like this, like I told you in the earlier. So we will start from the full power. This is the tuned full power, and this is the stock full power. As you see, zero gains. So this I not count as a gain, like it's 2 horsepower, 1 horsepower. So why it's like that? So I told you before, this bike is like old school, it's cable powered bike. It has no restrictions totally, no secondary throttles, no electronic throttle control, nothing. It's cable powered bike with dB killers. So from such bikes who has such old system, so no matter what is the brand, Honda, Yamaha, whatever, Kawasaki, I mean from very old bikes who not have like secondary throttle plates or ETV, so electronic throttle valve. So cable to cable, like Suzuki, some bikes, old and other models. So not important. What I wanted to say, on such bike, if fueling is okay, to get horsepower, it's very hard. Practically impossible. So as you see, fueling on full power on this bike was nearly perfect. With DB killer on, with DB killer off, I not tested. No point, because owner will leave it just for interest maybe, but not want to waste time on it. So here you see original fueling. Between these two lines it's like an ethanol for naturally aspirated bikes, or nearly that. So it was it's almost spot on. Only few places it has like small dips, but it's totally not affect nothing. This is, I call, like 9 of 10 AFR. This is after work. I corrected some jumps, like this hump, a bit removed this and added few percent there, few percent here, so nothing much to play on the full power. I played with ignition system. It does not give any result on the full power and near that, so we got what we got. Without DB killer maybe we got like 2 horsepower, okay, maybe 3 horsepower, like if maybe there is a sport filter, I don't know. So in general, from this bike on full power, know from where to gain, like to lighten the chain, to change the gearing maybe, or whatever, but it's not the case. From the beginning it was not about the power, but to tweak the fuel if it's needed to be tweaked. So full power is like this, 0 gains. As I always say, if I get the bike, I adjust parameters perfectly, like fuel and other, and if I not have any gains, like was 96 horsepower and now is 97 horsepower or the same, or is the minimum, I always show like it is. I not try to falsificate the numbers to raise. Man paid a lot of money and I didn't get any horsepower, so I don't like to be how to say, not sincere, so I always show what it is. If I not gain the power, I show it. The most important thing is the fuel. If the fuel, I always show the fuel, all CPS arrays, that people understand that job is done perfectly in all areas, not only full power. So that's why on my word you can trust. So I will show you a few examples on other TPS arrays. So this is the 3/4 or similar of the twist grip. So as you see, here is also minimum 1 horsepower, 2 horsepower, 4 Newton meters. So about fueling. Fueling here was also about spot on, like on full power. Yeah, it was like this. It was nearly on the line. Only from the beginning it was too lean in this area. So I corrected that. Was not much work, but now it looks like this. I will remove maybe stock. Ideal between the lines. Okay, let's go to the most interesting thing for me. So I will mark the original. Original looks like this. Tuned looks like this. So you see it's a total mid-range, a huge improvement. Fueling. fueling after correction 1. So I will unmark. This is the original fueling, so it was too lean. From the low RPM it's not harm the engine, but on higher RPM, it's already from 9,000 to 10,000, it's already a big spike of too lean. So this is not safe for the engine and for the power delivery. So this is was the first correction. I will put the second one. Okay, I pulled the second one correction. So this is the second one correction. Perfect. All perfect. So return to the numbers. On mid-range, half a power of the bike, huge improvements. Here you see 63.55, so it's 8 horsepower. Peak it was 2 horsepower, but all across the board from low to 10,000 was a huge improvement. So it will be very feelable, or how it's say in English. 8 horsepower, 6 horsepower, no, not so much, 4 horsepower. From 4 to 8 horsepower all across the board. So I'm very happy with this result. So fueling on this corrected also perfect, no need to touch again. Okay, we're going to the lower throttle positions, one of them. So here, as you see, also a massive improvement. So the fueling was like this. As you see, way too lean. Of course, it's not a big Newton meters or power in that area. I mean, on the low you not kill the engine, but bike is not smooth, power delivery not smooth, and excessive heat to the engine is not needed for sure. From 10,000 it was on the line. I assume maybe this was from O2. As I said, I turn off the O2 in the ECU. It's not needed for this bike. But after turn off the O2, I still measured that, and AFR was like same. So I had to adjust the fuel. Perfectly made. So here we gained also massive, as you see how smoother power delivery is. Like with the stock mapping, you go from 6,000, you got a dip, and then you raise the power again. So we gained 11 horsepower in this section. Here we get 4, 6. From 4 to 11 horsepower. On the peak we get few horsepower, but graph looks crazy. So mid-range and lower throttle positions is a huge improvement, and you will feel how bike rides totally different. So this is the lowest throttle positions when you're cruising, and whereas the O2 sensor is working. So here, how to say, gains is not big, but it's about the smoothing the engine. So stock fueling was way too lean, above lambda 1. Which one is the no? Yeah, this is the first correction. After I turn off the lambda, so when you turn off the lambda, fueling still not go where you want it. This is the, how to say, pre-last. So here left correct on this fuel, so I'm going to do it now, but will not making runs again because this is the small corrections, so not needed retest again this area and this area. So as I said, on the static conditions on the dyno you can twist the bike till this RPM. On the road, on the dynamic conditions, you will not. So in general I could leave like it is here, from here to here, because you will not raise it in that section on the like minimum open throttle position. But this area I will correct, and this is for sure will smoothen the bike more. So pretty much all job done. Of course, sad we not gained the peak power, but it was not about it. But all other areas for sure will compensate it during the riding experience, and no like jerkiness. So riding in city will be a pleasure. Okay, we'll go to do last correction to spin the bike. You will hear it how it sounds. And one thing I will test is top speed on the gear 6, because there was like top speed limiter in the mapping, so I will test it. Gear 5, it's something about, not remember, showing on the dash on 230 or something. So we will test on gear 6, I will film it the dash. And will be, that's it. So don't know what can I say more about this bike. Okay, so the last correction, the flash is done. I flashed the ECU, so I will make a full power run again. I will test it on the gear 6 to test the top speed. We will see. So Arnis will be watching this. So O2, when you turn off, need to be disconnected. So it's disconnected. Here is the OBD plug, if anyone wants to do diagnostics on Hondas. Not needed anymore. So this is, I will zip tie. If anyone wants to send the ECU for the flash, for some restrictions removal or some functions turn on like diesel cut or similar, O2 sensor off. ECU is in very convenient condition, no need to lift the tank, nothing, it just pulls right out. No more technologies here, so as I said, I will make a few runs, will film you, and will be done for this time. So in general, I like this bike. I assume in the city it will be super. The most thing what I like about it is the gearbox. So the gear shifting is very smooth. I had similar feeling on the CBR 1000 from year 2018 and up, that with newer face model. So their gearbox also was very smooth. Here is the same. So I would like to have this on my Kawasaki. But not the case. Okay, enough talking, run the bike, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Gear 6.